Good morning, everyone. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Reverend Kathy Mastriani. I am the guest minister for the day as we bless and honor our beloved Reverend Michael and Reverend Valerie as they get a day off on Father's Day. How wonderful is that?
It's great.
We have a wonderful crew here with us.
And you are?
Oh, I'm Sheila Fawson.
I'm Greg Fawson. We work together to do the broadcast production.
I'm Dr. Ernestine Garcia. I do the readings.
I'm Jake Fernandez.
And I'm Barbara Heinzman. I play the guitar and I sing along with
Salo Stanley, who does percussion.
Good to see everybody.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, let's start off with an evocation, and if everyone could just we just let go of anything that has come before this moment. And just move our thoughts and energies from our heads to our heart space. And just imagine our hearts opening up like a lotus flower. Just breathing into the presence of spirit, that omnipresence, that presence of love and light and wisdom and joy, that effervescent joy that's always within us. And as we allow it, it just bubbles up. It bubbles up into every aspect and element of our lives and our hearts. And just knowing that this is the day that the Lord hath made, and we are glad in it. We are glad and grateful to be together here as the CSL North Metro family as it is Father's Day, just honoring that masculine energy of the Mother, Father, God, just honoring all the fathers who are on the planet, just honoring just the wisdom, the light, the love of fathers here on this day. So I just know that our time together is blessed in every way, joyous with music, with meditation, with readings, and just knowing the divine flow of spirit in it all, just bringing each person into their hearts exactly what they need here in this moment. And just knowing our time is so blessed. And we just anchor it by saying, and so it is.
And so it is.
Hi. Thank you. And I think we get some wonderful music from our friends Barb and Salo.
Yes, we do. We have a song by Karen Drucker. It's called God Is My Source. And so here we go. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need.
That was awesome. What a wonderful way to start off our service, our Sunday. Thank you so much. Oh my
You
God,
are
very
so welcome.
inspiring.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you.
Nice. Well, again, it's a joy and honor to be here today, and I love that I've been with Barb and Salo before here, and I love the CSL North Metro family. It truly is. It's just the sweetest community, and if you're new here, we just really welcome you. We're grateful that you're here. We hope you visit back a lot. We're here, same channel, same station, every Sunday. And so now we're going to go into our mission and vision statement. And I believe it will be shared here in a minute.
You know what? This is a new computer, and I didn't get it transferred over to this computer yet, so we don't have that available right now.
Do you have a copy to read, or?
You know what? I can probably go to your website and find it. Hang on just a moment. I know we're just going to sing, God is my source. God is my power.
Yeah, really.
All righty. Well, we're just, again, what a beautiful spiritual community we have. And the vision of CSL North Metro is the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro demonstrates and teaches skills and principles that give people the tools to create and maintain positive relationships, values of prosperity thinking, and radiant health consciousness. The mission is to create an open and accepting learning environment that recognizes and embraces diversity, peaceful resolution to conflict in personal and community relationships, and help make the world a better place. And so it is. And just knowing, if you'd like if you have any prayer requests, you can go to the website, cslnorthmetro.org, like I just did, and you can put in a prayer request if there's something calling to your heart. Always check out the Facebook page for the calendar, the website for the calendar. There's affirmations, weekly links, and Reverend Michael's blog. So it's just a happening place. A lot of times they have classes going on. So you get an opportunity to deepen your spiritual practices and open your heart to joy. And now we have the amazing Dr. Ernestine, who's going to do some affirmations and readings. Thank you, Dr. Ernestine. We're so grateful you're here.
What a beautiful introduction. Thank you so much. Okay, hello, everyone. I get to read the affirmations for the week of June 16, 2024, written for all of us by Stephen Anthony. Please repeat after me. God's love is all around, reminding me to love myself fully.
God's love is all around, reminding me to love myself fully.
The power of prayer and meditation is transformative in my life.
The power of prayer and meditation is transformative in my life.
There is a sacred essence in every aspect of my being.
There's a sacred essence in every aspect of my being.
I exist in harmonic alignment with the universe.
I exist in harmonic alignment with the universe.
The simplicities of life radiate with Spirit's joy.
The simplicities of life radiate with Spirit's joy.
I am a magnet for the highest and best good available.
I am a magnet for the highest and best good available.
And together we say, and
so
it is.
It is. Beautiful.
The reading today is from the book, A New Design for Living by Ernest Holmes. Body, mind, and spirit are not separated, isolated parts of life. They are a unity. We merely call different aspects of this unity by different names. Our mind is not separated from our body. Our body is not separate from that infinite intelligence which created it. Neither is our mind apart from the one mind or spirit. They are expressions of the one great whole which is active in them. Just as it is the mission of science to discover one law which includes other basic physical laws, so also it is our endeavor to realize that there is an all-inclusive spiritual reality which resides within us. And nothing about us is not subject to its creative activity. One might ask, even if our minds do partake of the creative nature of the infinite mind or spirit, is there not by nature a limitation to this creative action in our experience? Of course, there's a limitation. Not one that exists naturally, but one we have imposed upon ourselves. We can only use what we know. The more we understand, the more we will be able to accomplish. This holds true in any form of endeavor. Any invention has always been a possibility. The universe has not become more than it was before. Rather, there has been an increased knowledge and understanding on our part to the nature of what resides in the universe, resulting in us being able to make the new invention possible. The same holds true of all discoveries in the past and those to come in the future. The more we come to learn and know about the world we live in, the more we will be able to use and direct the inherent limitless possibilities of nature to bring about great wonders. Does this not also apply to our use of the creative nature of our own thought? The more we come to realize the nature of God and our relationship with God, the more we will be able to comply with the real nature of things as they are and constructively direct our lives into greater good. And together we say, and so
it is. Oh, wow. That was powerful and so perfect for today. Thank you. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Nice. And now I think we're just so blessed to have more music too. We're just have
All right.
a beautiful service. Go for
Thank you. All right, here is an Ernest Holmes kind of day, and here's a song that Salo and I wrote called "Master of My Moments," inspired by two people, Yogananda Paramahansa, and then also Ernest Holmes. So here we go, "Master of My Moments." My intention out every day. My
my intention throughout every day.
Nice. That rocked.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I love the Om Mani Padme Om in there, you know. It's just that's my spirituality is I love Paramahansa Yogananda and obviously Dr. Ernest Holmes Baba. You know, he's a good spiritual leader for all of us. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So can we find those on your website, songs like that? Where can we find your songs?
Yes, you can find
Solo.
on the barbensolo.com.
There you go.
You can go to our
There you go.
website. You can download our music, and this is our song off our second CD. Definitely, if you enjoyed that one, you should enjoy the rest.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. I will definitely get that. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So here we are. It's again, it's June, right? And so we have a lot going on in June. It's Pride Month, and so we honor and bless all our LGBTQ plus folks, our friends everywhere. You know, we have Juneteenth coming up this week where we honor the true freedom of our friends, our African American beautiful brothers and sisters. You know, here it is Father's Day today. And it's just, you know, it's an auspicious time for freedom, for joy, for love, and unconditional love for us all. And so for this Father's Day, the title of, so I want to back up just a hair. So this is actually, we're coming at 9 years that I have met Reverend Valerie and Reverend Michael. If you don't know, I'm executive director of the Science of Mind Archives and Library Foundation. And Reverend Valerie was our prosperity manager for 9 years. And so we're so grateful for her light and her love. And what a beautiful friendship has developed between us. And I called it, we get BAGO, buy one, get one free. So Reverend Valley worked for us, and then Michael volunteered, and he did some beautiful work and writing things for us. And he's the one who edits the Ernest Holmes articles that are in Science of Mind magazine. So he's kind of like the behind the scenes thing. And our talk for today is these and greater things shall ye do. These and greater things shall ye do. And really, we're going to talk about the father of our movement, Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes. And it's just what a lovely teaching, what a lovely philosophy, and what a lovely blessing it is to be here and bring a little bit of the Science Mind archives to each one of you. And so I'd like to start off, actually, we're going to, because it is Father's Day, with some dad jokes. And maybe if people aren't familiar with dad jokes, there are jokes that might be a little on the corny side, but they make you chuckle, make you smile. Such as, why did the math book look sad? Because it had too many problems. And I used to have a job at a calendar factory, but I got fired because I took a couple days off. I was going to tell you a joke about time travel, but you didn't like it. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, but no atmosphere. I went to buy some camouflage pants, but I couldn't find anything. And finally, I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes, but it turns out it was a refrigerator all along. Ba-dum-bum. And so, anyway, I'm sure. There you go. So here we are, back at the ranch. So again, these and greater things shall ye do. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to invite our beautiful producers, Greg and Sheila, to share this slideshow I've created for y'all. There you go. Whoops, and we're going to probably have to back up the truck a little bit. So just, let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. And so for those of you who may or may not be familiar, this is Dr. Ernest Shurtleff Holmes. He is the one who really was so open to the wisdom of the ages, the golden thread of truth of all philosophies and religions, and who created the science of mind or religious science. And this is a picture that a lot of people maybe associate with Dr. Holmes. Him formal in his robes, sitting on his chair. And actually, we have this beautiful portrait at the Science Mind Archives. We recently moved from Golden, Colorado to Unity Village, Missouri. And so if anyone comes to Unity Village for retreats, we'd really encourage you to come visit us and learn more about Dr. Holmes. And just, it's more of an experience. We have a museum, an archive, and a library of about 7,000 to 10,000 metaphysical books. It's a pretty amazing place. But so this is the portrait of Dr. Holmes. And what I would like to show you is, after working there at the archives for 10 years, this is the Dr. Holmes that I know, Ernest. Just really, to me, he's just down to earth. He's loving and just caring. He's really practices what he preaches of oneness and of light. And again, he is the father of our movement, the father who founded Science of Mind. And speaking of mothers and fathers, these are his mothers and fathers. This is Anna and William Holmes, taken in the 1800s. So Dr. Holmes was born in 1887. And so we just celebrated his 137th birthday, and he's looking good. And then this is Ernest's brother. So he's the youngest of 8 brothers. And we did right before our program here, we were saying, where is Ernest? You know, which one is Ernest Holmes? And I might give you a pause. And he's the third one over from the left. This is Ernest in his younger days, the Holmes boys. And they were all very brilliant in their own way in the world. And this is Ernest and his wife, Hazel Holmes, with their German Shepherd dog, Prince. And this is one of the last pictures. This is Ernest Holmes here with his famous plaid shirt on the right, with his brother Fenwick, as they were writing The Voiced Celestial, which is this epic poem, the last poem that they wrote together. And again, you can learn more about Ernest, and we're going to hear an audio recording from one of his radio shows at the end of the service here. And it's all available on the scienceofmindarchives.com website. All right, so we pull that away. Thank you so much. And so Dr. Holmes was born, like I said, in 1887. And this is this falling apart book I have. It's Ernest Holmes, His Life and Times, by his brother Fenwick again. And I just love how Fenwick starts the book off. He says, Ernest is born. A new age must wait upon someone to proclaim it. And no matter how great his future destiny and dignity, he must first be born a baby. None of these thoughts were in the mind of the neighbor who had been routed out of bed at 3 o'clock to traverse the fields of snow to help bring a child into the world. I was 4 years older than he, and 2 brothers had already intervened, Guy, who was 3, and Jerome, who was 2. And there were 4 brothers older than I. Another brother, Harry, had died. And the temperature was 0 outside on that morning, the 21st day of January, 1887. 1887. And so Ernest, he actually grew up in a life of poverty. They were in this little cabin on this little farm in Lincoln, Maine. You know, his father was a farmer, his mother was a teacher, and they all had a love of spirituality. They read the Bible, but they were a little different. His parents really preached love. And there is a quote that when they went to a Baptist service, the preacher was preaching fire and brimstone, and on the way home, his father, William Holmes, another father, said, you know, don't you believe anything that preacher said. It's all about love. It's all about love. And Ernest's mother also taught love. So just from an early age, his early upbringing, Dr. Holmes was taught love. And he was very curious. If you go to the Archives website, there's a whole document on who is Ernest Holmes. It's for free. It's available on our website. And it's just kind of a neat way to kind of delve into who is the founder of Science of Mind, this philosophy that helps us to change our thinking and change our lives. And again, these and greater things shall ye do. I mean, Dr. Ernest started out, again, in poverty, on a farm. He was born a baby, like each one of us were born as babies. Yet look what happened because of his curiosity. He was just curious about everything. He wanted to learn. And he really listened to the spirit within him along his journey of life. I love when he worked he worked in a farm too, and actually was the logging industry. They actually had a nickname for him. He was known as Happy Holmes, happy. And so just again, he had that effervescent happiness that was within him. He was always joyful, happy, loving, and curious. And I love to know that about Ernest. And again, I've been a director of the archives for 10 years now. And it's just a treasure trove of wisdom to find items, booklets, audio recordings, and more. So you can really tune in to his essence, Dr. Holmes' essence. He was taught by Emma Curtis Hopkins. He was Emma Curtis Hopkins' last student. And to me, what happened was a transference of energy, a quickening. Emma was just so steeped in spirit, and she shared that with Ernest. And what happens for you when you hear audio recordings, when you read the work of Science of Mind, is there's a transference of energy for you. There's a quickening. And so you get to go within and reveal your highest truth. You get to find out what is yours to do. What is your divine light? Why are you here on this planet? And what an amazing gift that is for each one of us, is to have that. And I hear Dr. Ernest Holmes said in The Science of Mind, the answer to every question is within man. So what's going on in your world? What's going on in your life? These and greater things shall he do. We kind of go along life, we kind of go along this flow of life, we're born a baby, we're born with different teachers, our parents, or sometimes we had different people who were parent figures for us. Sometimes we had a different father figure or mother figure in our world than our biological ones. And then there's teachers and friends that were there to inspire us. And to me, it's those that really allowed us to go within, to find out what is our question, what is our gift, what is our talent, what is our purpose here on the planet, why are we here? Someone who encouraged us to go within and to find those answers, using spirituality, using the teachings of Science of Mind, which are it's the wisdom of the ages. That is inspiration. Those are our fathers, and the Father within us, the Spirit that's within each and every one of us. I know that I was blessed in my life. So growing up, I had a kind of a rough beginning too. My parents passed away when I was young. I was raised when I was 14, I was raised by my sister who was 19. And, we just had kind of a rough time. And I knew from a young age, I said, gosh, how could I help others? How can I help other children who might be in similar situations? How can I make a difference in the world? And then it evolved to my purpose of peace, peace on earth, and to find that peace, I had to discover what was not peaceful within myself and to become more peaceful, to go within for those answers, to go within and learn what is mine to do, what is my lessons on this planet. And it has been quite a journey, let me tell you. I lived in Michigan. I was born in Detroit, Michigan, and just going back to fathers for a moment. My dad was Grimaldo Albert Mastroianni. Grimaldo Albert Mastroianni is Italiano, and his parents came from Italy to Detroit. It's funny, they lived 40 miles across the Abruzzi Mountains in Italy, one in Campolia Pennino and the other one in Alfadena. And they met in Detroit, Michigan. You know, there's like God has a sense of humor sometimes too. And so my grandfather was a gardener, and he actually worked for the Ford estate and did gardening. And he learned some English, but grandma not so much. He really didn't learn much English. And so my dad knew Italian and English. And he was an amazing gardener. He ran a service station back in the early days when they truly did do service on the guy who pumped the gas, he fixed your car. And he really taught me that you can do anything you want to when you put your mind to it. That was my favorite thing. You can do anything you want to when you put your mind to it. And so in my early days, I had kind of a similar upbringing to Ernest. It's like, wow, that's really neat. What is it I want? What is it I want to do in life? And the other fun thing, I remember we had a farm. So we lived in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, and we had a farm 100 miles away in Deckerville or Palms. Actually, Palms, Michigan, which is interesting because Ernest Holmes lived in Palms, California. And so we had this beautiful 40-acre farm, 20 field, 20 valley, and we had 6 outbuildings. And my dad ran a service station. So when he retired, he started moving every piece of his gas station to the farm. He did. And so, those big light fixtures that are overhead? He was kind of a pack rat. He kind of kept a lot of stuff. And he brought this huge light fixture, beyond what my Italian hands can show here on the screen. And he brought it to our big barn, and he created a pulley system he wanted to put in that upper hayloft. I said, Dad, you can't do that. He goes, don't throw the gauntlet before me, and I'm like, okay. And sure enough, my dad could figure out most anything. He had a pulley system. He pulled it up, and he put those light fixtures in the hayloft of that barn. He demonstrated that, you really can do what we put our minds to. And so I was very blessed. My kind father, he helped our neighbors. They were having kind of a rough time. And so he would take their kids and buy them clothing or bring groceries to their house and just do kindness. And so I learned kindness and I learned service from my dad. And I'm very grateful for that. And as with most of our fathers, there's the good and the interesting, and so I learned some more interesting things as well. And so that's where I had to go into my heart and learn, who do I want to be? Who am I? I was told who I was. I'm this good little girl. I was very shy. I'd hide behind my daddy's leg growing up. Neighbor or visitors would come and I'd want to hide, and then, eventually in life I had to learn not to hide anymore. And then I had to learn, who am I? Who is Kathy Mastroianni? And then it just kind of grew from there, just the things that I liked, the things that I loved. And then I really wanted to help others in the world. And I was a psychology major at the University of Michigan. We moved out to Colorado in 92. And, and eventually I found this teaching of science of mind. I was in a very unhappy, unhealthy relationship. And it was just, who am I? Who do I need to be? And there was those awakenings. And sometimes we get those kind of cosmic 2x4s, that kind of wake you up. And we get this opportunity to spread our wings and fly. And I found Mile High Church. I found this teaching. I'm like, where has this been my whole life? I always loved all the different philosophies. I started out more Native American. And then, as Barb and Salo beautifully sang, I found Paramahansa Yogananda. And I think I got Ganesha up behind me here, and I have Ohms, and I love to chant. And I found these spiritual practices that really brought me to life, that ignited my soul. But it was all about oneness and love. It's like it's coming home. This teaching was like coming home, to the point where I just kept taking classes. I became a practitioner. I became a minister. And I ran a rural domestic violence shelter for 10 years in the mountains of Colorado, where we helped families with their pets to find safety, to give them a chance where they had to step through fear to faith. And then from there, they could figure out, who am I? What is it? What is mine to do? Why am I here on the planet? And most of the time, it's those challenging times in life that are the ones that inspire us. It's the gift. It's our purpose. And so for us to be able to use those challenging times, to go within, to journal, to find a mentor, to find a minister, to find a teaching that can kind of guide us and guide us through our journey, looking at our story, our life story. Ernest Holmes had a life story. I had a life story, and you have a life story. It's like, what is your story? What has happened in your world? And what inspires you? What is it that it's time to leave behind? And how can we be made new right now? I might have mentioned the Science of Mind Archives moved from Golden, Colorado here to Unity Village, Missouri, and that was quite an adventure. I'd been in the mountains for 30 years. I had friends, the community, I knew everyone, they knew me. And it was I felt this inner rumbling. It was a time for a change. It was a time for a change. And as many of us have like a prayer partner, or like I said, you have Reverend Valerie and Reverend Michael. But I have a spiritual mentor that I knew this was going to be a bit challenging for me. And she has been with me maybe even every other week. I've been meeting with her through the challenging times of my life to go, to support me. And right before I left, she asked me just a great question. What is it I want to truly leave behind? What is it in my life I want to leave behind as I move from Colorado to here? And there were some resentments. There were some things that were kind of holding me down. And then she asked me just the other day, I met her here. I mean, she's so encouraging and so positive. And she goes, here is your opportunity to start fresh, somewhere new. How do you envision your life? How do I envision my life? What is it I want to be and become and show up for? And so I ask that of you, because every moment, every breath, every thought, every heartbeat is an opportunity for something new. It's an opportunity for us to live our lives to its fullest. These and greater things shall each one of us do. So I'd like you just to take a moment, and just put your hands on your heart, and just breathe into that. Breathe into these questions. What is yours to leave behind? What is it time to finally and fully release and let go? And you do have this opportunity, each one of us does, in this holy moment, this sacred and holy moment of now, to make our lives fresh and new. What is yours? What is your freshness? What is your newness? Who do you want to become and be and show up for as your highest self here on the planet? You are here on purpose, for a purpose. You are here to shine your light. You have gifts and talents that no one else does on the planet. Spirit loves the world so much that Spirit brought you into it. You were born to be here, right now, at this time on the planet. You have this divine light, this divine spark that needs to be fanned and brought into this beautiful flame of you and who you are, to shine your light on the planet. How beautiful. Well, yes, I am going to give you a little homework. I invite you to take those couple of questions. What is it time to let go of? What is it that you're here to shine your light? And what, when you're creating yourself, what is that story? What is the new story? I love the image of a book. So we have, and this is mirrored, so pardon my Italian. Okay, let's try this. So this is all the pages that have already been written of your life, all the stories up to this point. It's filled, the book is filled with images and pictures and words. And then over here, fresh blank pages waiting for you to write your story. So I'm going to have, just to end with that thought, and we're going to invite Dr. Ernest Holmes to pray us out here. So just have a moment and breathe in. Breathe into this moment, right here and right now.
And now, what could be better for the thought for our meditation today than these words? He is over all, in all, and through all. And as we think on the meaning of these words, let us see if each one of us cannot, in his own thought and in his own feeling, draw close to the divine presence as he repeats, He is over all, in all, and through all. And now, believing that there is a divine presence closer to me than my very breath, and realizing that I live in the one perfect Spirit, and knowing that the God around me and the God within me is one God, I say, My Father, which art in heaven within me, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom is come now, and I accept it. And looking about me, I say to all people, Your Father which is in your heaven within you, hallowed be his name, for you are one with him forevermore. There is one life. That life is God. That life is your life now, and that life is perfect. Looking upon the circumstances which surround me, I bless them even as Jesus blessed the bread and broke it. And even as the loaves and fishes multiplied in the outstretched and upturned hand of love, so I know that everything in my experience that is good is multiplied and increased. And even as I feel this increase pressing into my experience, I give it out, that it may feed and bless and multiply the good of others. These others that are some part of me, because God is in them and in me, and we are in God.
So it is.
Don't plant your dreams in the field of indecision. Don't plant your dreams in the field of indecision. Nothing ever grows but the weeds of what if. Nothing ever grows but the weeds of what if. Don't plant your dreams in the field of indecision. Be strong, be brave, and be decisive. Be strong, be brave, and be decisive. Your fields will be beautiful and full. Your fields will be beautiful and full. Be strong, be brave, and be decisive. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen.
Oh, so beautiful. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Nice.
Thank you.
And I was thinking about the word dad. I think your song kind of demonstrates it. Was divine alignment demonstrates. Divine alignment
Yes,
demonstrates, right? And so when you get that clarity,
absolutely.
the universe conspires to make it happen. So,
Yeah.
thank you.
And so it is.
And so it is. Oh, dude. And so, all right. So I think this is a time for our conscious gifting. And so this is an opportunity for you to share from your heart for this spiritual community. You know, and I love that it's the law of reciprocity. As we give, so do we receive. And so there's lots of different ways that you can give to CSL North Metro. If you go to the website, cslnorthmetro.org, you can play with PayPal, Venmo, and there's a little Venmo code up in the corner as well. And so, yeah, just go into your heart. Your feet. It helps when we give to our spiritual community. It just comes back to us multiplied. And so I just invite you to take your gift or tithe, like virtually, and hold it to your heart and fill it with love. Fill it with love. And divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I am, and all that I circulate. And so it is. Thank you for your gifts and tithes. to this sweet community. And we have another song from our friend Barb and Salo.
Oh, wonderful service today. Loved your
Yes.
words, so thank you.
Well,
Here is a song that's on our second CD. It's called It's Already Done. Again, you can find it at barbandsalo.com. And it is already done. Here it is. Knowing and believing us sometimes galaxies apart. Finding the strength that is in me often is an art. And when I ask, it's already done. It's already done. It is already done. It is already done. Aligning up with the spirit, yearning with one mind, shooting my rockets of desire, letting go, it'll be just fine. And when I ask, it's already done. It is already done. It is already done. It is already done. Riding high on the wave, I let it all go. When I live and am truly joyful, I know all there is to know. And when I ask, it's already done. It is 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 already done.
so it is.
And so it is.
Amen.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo, as
Woo.
Reverend Valerie would say.
Yeah.
All right. Good music today.
Yeah,
thank
and
you.
great message.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just yeah,
Yeah.
love
Thank you.
Love the vision of the blank pages on, Book of
Yeah,
Life has
on the
already
book.
been written, and the ones that are already yet to be written.
That's great.
Yeah, and love that more information and a real vision of Dr. Ernest Holmes.
Yeah, that was
Really brought it much more to life. It's a nice presentation.
yeah.
I think you're on mute, Ernestine.
And I plan to do the homework. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all. Again, what a great service. I'm just so grateful to Greg and Sheila, our producers, grateful for Barb and Salo, the incredible music, grateful for Ernestine. And who is your friend with you today?
Jake.
Jake. Hi, Jake. We're so glad you're here.
Thank
And any little piece of wisdom of Father's Day that you'd like to pass along? What is some wisdom from your father you'd like to share with the group?
My father always said, can't, never did anything. It always comes back to me.
Can't never do anything.
Anything else that comes to mind, or are we good?
Don't drink champagne on beer money. You go broke.
Oh, that's wisdom.
That's a wise one.
Very wise.
Oh.
That's great.
And may we all wish Reverend Michael and Reverend Valerie, a happy Father's Day, for all they do for this community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They be enjoying the blessings of this day.
Yes.
They are.
Mm.
Yeah. So always nice to see them getting out and having some, some fun too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, blessings, everyone. Have a wonderful day, Father's Day, however you're celebrating, and just be blessed. Be blessed. Be blessed. Really tune into the blessings that are within. Let them guide you, and maybe we can move into that place of benediction and just feeling the blessings, feeling that light of wisdom, the wisdom of the great Father, that Father, Mother, Father, God, Spirit that is within us, through us, as us. Just feeling the blessings of this beautiful community of CSL North Metro and the divine lights that are everywhere, every single Sunday. And just knowing that each one of us is guided in love and light and oneness and acceptance and joy. And what is ours to do? What is ours to create? What magic and miracles are we here to create on this planet? Make it a better place for all and peace on earth. And I release all this into that divine law, knowing it brings it back manifested in ways beyond anything we could imagine. And we openly receive it and say thank you. And so it is.
And
And so it is.
Say namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you,
Great
everyone.
seeing everybody.
All right.
Okay.
Until next time. 3, 2, 1.
Blast off.